This is additional learning material for the retain game with a focus on pulseless electrical activity in newborn infants. The current neonatal resuscitation guidelines state that in babies requiring resuscitation, we suggest the ECG can be used to provide a rapid and accurate estimation of heart rate. Weak recommendation with very low certainty of evidence. There are different ways of assessing heart rate in newborn infants immediately after birth, which includes palpation and auscultation, which are both intermittently, as well as using a pulse oximetry or an electrocardiography, which are both techniques where continuously the heart rate is monitored. Most important for the heart rate assessment at birth, that the heart rate is changing dynamically in the first minutes after birth, and often there could be a relatively slow heart rate immediately after birth with a rapidly increase as the lung is aerating. And this can easily be recognized on a pulse oximetry or an electrocardiography. Neonatal healthcare providers are aware of a systole, where there is no heartbeat and no blood flow through the system, as well as bradycardia, which is a low heart rate where there is blood flow throughout the system. Other heartbeats which are less common in newborns or less commonly known in newborn infants are pulseless electric activity and ventricular fibrillation. In pulseless electric activity, you have a heart rate, which is an electrical impulse, but this does not correspond to any cardiac output or blood flow through the system. Now, the presence of electrical activity without any associated mechanical activity, and therefore absence of palpable pulse, is called pulseless electric activity. This is a non-perfusing, non-shockable rhythm, which would require chest compression and epinephrine. The ECG during pulseless electric activity could be either a wide or narrow QRS complex rhythm, PEA with narrow QRS complexes stems from mechanical conditions, while PEA with wide QRS complexes results from metabolic problems. These are the H's and T's which could be associated with pulseless electric activity. From an evidence perspective, in animal models, pulseless electric activity can be seen in up to 50% of asphyxiated newborn piglets. And if you provide chest compression, it is certainly something that those pigs have a lower rate of success of survivals compared to having a systole. It has also been described in several case reports in newborn infants. In this case here, in a premature infant, where you can clearly see on the top screen that there is ECG waves as well as pulse oximetry waves which are in synchrony with the 3-to-1 chest compression. Also, there has been a case series where 4 newborn infants were presented with hypoxia, asphyxia, hypovolemia, as well as tension pneumothorax were the most likely causes for this pulseless electric activity. This article by Long et al. Also proposed a slight change to the algorithm, which is here presented and can be reviewed. In summary, neonatal resuscitation guidelines have changed to suggest the use of ECG in a delivery room, as it in most cases provides a faster and more accurate measurement of newborn's heart rate. However, clinicians and healthcare providers need to be aware of pulseless electric activity, where you could maybe falsely reassured the cardiac output is present because you see an ECG rhythm on the screen. Auscultation, palpation, and pulse oximetry are not as accurate as ECG during CPR, but remain important clinical tools for heart rate assessment during CPR. Each heart rate assessment technique has a role and should be combined to allow adequate assessment of an infant's heart rate.